street wearing a $50 Stetson and carrying a $5 gun, you geek.
There was a guy named Ric Flair on the East Coast.
The greatest wrestler in the whole entire wide world comes right out of the Mid-Atlantic area, and Roddy Piper and I are glad to be here, brother.
Rick and I were so different. You know, I wear a kilt, Rick doesn't. He's blonde, I ain't, you know, that we got along real well outside the ring. And then everything started to get out of control.
Piper and Flair have formed a pact, and where there's trouble, we won't be hard to find. He's got a belt. Yes!
Well, I'd heard his name, but I didn't know anything about him. He came in the studio, and I knew right away I was gonna like him. He was full of himself, and man, I mean talent.
Ric Flair, Roddy Piper,
There goes Joey Buckeye.
That's what it's all about.
God, he was entertaining. It was so good that it made everybody mad.
You're gonna find it's a whole lot easier to jump on than it is to jump on.
I had moved over there to the East Coast with Roddy, and we were expecting our first child. It was very rowdy times. Roddy and Rick and other wrestlers, they lived on a planet that was theirs. They were a wild, wild pair of men, and lots of drinking and hotels getting damaged and such.
Next thing I remember, I'm in my bed, my clothes are on, the doors knocked off the hinges. I didn't know what happened, but I got the hell out of there.
You hear things, you know some things, you don't know a lot of things. Roddy was Roddy, and that's what it was.
We like our kamikazes on ice and our women on fire. You understand what I'm saying? And everywhere we go, we do it better, longer, harder than anybody else.
We were the Beatles, man. It was suicidal putting us together. Ingesting or drinking, anything. Roddy could beat anybody to the draw.
It just got way out of hand. This is where Ric Flair started, 99 kamikazes. And, here I'm like a fool, I'm pretty hardcore, man, pretty hardcore. I'm drinking mine, and I'd be the one I always be getting in trouble.
It was a time to make money, but it was go, 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 go. And you get 3 days off, and then you come back on the road for another couple of weeks. And I remember we were driving in a snowstorm. We had beers and everything in the car. So we got out and we're all taking a leak on the side of the road, and all of a sudden Roddy ran to the car. And I remember it's like we ran after him because we knew that Roddy was in one of those kind of states of mind where he was gonna take the car. We pretty much tackled Roddy while he was trying to drive off in the car.
He was a tough guy to handle. He was a heavy partier. And I would scoop him up, and I'd make sure he got to where he was supposed to be going, got him to his rooms, and got him to the hotel, and got him to the airports.
You go out there and wrestle for 45 minutes, and you come back, take a shower, and everything. You're wide friggin' awake. And a lot of times I'd look at the Coke and, I don't want to do this. But you end up doing it.
It was, I need this to wake up to wrestle. I need this to go to bed because I work in an hour, this is all I have.
It was also about to numb the pain, the physical pain, the pain of being alone, always having to be in transition. You're never sitting still.
It's a vicious cycle that would just go round and round. It's easier to go have a drink. It's easier to go take a pill or go smoke a joint.
Back in those days, like any injury could cost you your job. If you can't do it, they replace you a few minutes later with somebody else. You learn to be your own doctors. That's kind of the sad thing, is you're your own doctor. Roddy was pretty out of control. Lord knows what kind of drugs and alcohol were being consumed